That is brutal. Really brutal.
So we all know that working out and eating well is so important in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. But something that is commonly neglected is your recovery. Because when you're working out, you're putting a lot of stress on the body, so your muscles get super tense and you actually experience a lot of pains and aches after you exercise. And if you don't let your body rest and recover, it can lead to serious injuries. And even if you're not an athlete, if you're someone who doesn't really work out very often, but you're sitting at a desk all day, that causes a lot of tensions and stresses in your body as well. Because if you don't address those stresses in your body, it's going to cause a lot of chronic pains, a lot of back aches. So I've tried a variety of recovery therapies, and something that I always go back to is this thing called IASTM, which stands for Instrument Assisted Soft Tissue Mobilization. So it kind of looks similar to that of gua sha, and for those of you all who don't know what gua sha is, it's a traditional Chinese medicine treatment where they use a sharp object and they scrape the body, and what it supposedly does is improve blood circulation and release toxins in the body. So this is Rella. She's a rehab trainer and she's been doing IASTM on me for the past 2 years now. Can you tell us all about what IASTM is?
Okay, so basically we have your skin, and then underneath your skin there is this layer called the fascia. What happens is as you move around, as you work out, your fascia can get stuck on your muscle fibers. What we're trying to do with the IASTM method is as we glide this onto your skin, we separate the fascia from your muscle fibers so that your muscles can actually work at its optimum condition.
So when you feel all these knots in your back, little lumps in your back, that's actually your fascia kind of tensing up over your muscles. And when the fascia kind of builds up over the muscles, that's when you get those small little lumps that we call knots.
So there are actually many different tools for IASTM. With the different edges, we can work different parts of the body.
It kind of looks like a torture device.
So now I'm just going through Tyen's posture to see where the tightness tends to be at. Let's get started. So...
Okay.
Is it tight or ticklish?
It was like a combination of like ticklish and also like pain.
The blade actually gives a very strong response if there's any knots. So it goes, it's like going through a bump. I'm not using a lot of force. It's just enough to get into your fascia, releasing all that tension. Okay, now I'll just move straight up towards the knee.
It feels very sore because I probably put a lot of tension on my knees. I think as you work like closer to the joint area,
yeah.
It gets so freaking painful.
It gets more intense. Now, we're gonna work inside. Even though this seems like a very small area, it can cause back issue.
So when she scrapes me here, you would think that you would feel a lot of sensations in your hip area, but I actually feel it in my neck and my upper back. And only on the right side of my back and my neck. It's kind of like a tingling sensation. It's very, very strange.
Actually, the body works this way. The fascia runs across the body.
Right.
So as I'm working on your left lower body,
Yeah.
it's connected. It's that same line to your
Oh, no way.
to your right.
Oh, that's so interesting. No wonder I feel a sensation in my right but not my left.
The next one I need to work you on was your left shoulder.
As she's working here, I feel it in my right knee.
We try to avoid the kind of bruising that gua sha does. So once we see like redness forming, we move on to other points.
I think if you've not done this before and you're doing it for the very first time, it's very uncomfortable because you actually feel these small knots and tight muscles that you didn't even know you had in your body.
Now I need to work on your right side towards your rib.
Oh my gosh. I think this is like the most painful because it's near your ribs. It's near your bones.
Right here, we're working on the intercostal muscles just underneath the ribs. And if you don't get this solved, it can lead to back issue, to your hip issue.
It just sounds really morbid, like dragging a blade between the ribs.
Now I'm gonna go through, not on the spine, but just around it. Whoa, what is this?
Oh, it's a huge knot. I can actually feel that huge lump there.
And it goes all the way up there. All these knots can cause restriction in your blood circulation. So now we're gonna move on to your legs. I'm gonna work through your calf here, a little bit on your hamstring, and we're gonna get into your Achilles.
When you go to do the inner calf muscles, there's the pain.
And it holds a lot of tension because you wear heels, right?
Yeah.
Shoes are so important. Most heels, they don't provide you very good support for the arch.
Something I'm so guilty of. I love wearing high heels. It's a silent killer, actually.
It's okay to wear heels if you know how to release and maintain this yourself. One very simple tip for releasing your foot or your calves after a long day is to get a golf ball, roll it under your foot. It doesn't get to the root cause, but at least it helps to elevate that tension.
She's now scraping at a very, very sore point, and that's like in my inner thigh, like near the knee.
So what you're feeling is actually the fascia tearing away from your muscle fibers.
Yes, the areas that don't have a lot of fat, like my calf muscles, in my upper body, my ribs. I think those are like the most painful parts. Painful. But after that, I feel the release all the way up to my brain. I think this just goes to show that if you have tension in one particular part of your body, chances are it's also affecting other components of your body. It's so pain. It's the worst. Ow! Oh. That is brutal.
Alright, we're done.
Oh, hallelujah. Oh my gosh. You just feel like your entire body's collapsing into the bed and you don't want to get up.
During the session, it can get a bit comfortable, but you know, as it goes, you kind of get used to the pain, and right after that, you'll feel this release. So that's it for this episode. If there are any other recovery methods that you want to see on the show, then do leave it in the comment section down below. So remember to give this video a like, click the subscribe button, and hit the little bell so you always get a notification every time we post a new video. Or you can download the Clicknetwork app to get early access to our videos before they hit YouTube. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye!